All right, all right. We're gonna get started here in just a few moments, everyone. Sorry about that. We're gonna get started here in just a few moments. All right, started in just a few moments, everyone. Want to make sure all the technical difficulties are out the way, and I'll introduce myself and let you guys know who I am. All right, brother. All right, just wanted to check on. All right, perfect. All right. All right, listen, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I just wanted to make sure um, everything was going well with the recording. But hey, I want to really, first of all, thank everyone for joining us. Really want to thank everyone for their time. This will be very, 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 very short. I promise you. Really, just want to introduce myself, family. A lot of you guys who are on this, and I see that we have some viewers clicking in now. A lot of you guys who may be on this may not know who I am. Many of you guys may know who I am, but my name is Adrian Townsend, and I am a director in Legal Shield, and I am super excited to introduce myself back to the organization. I've been able to be blessed to hit one of the top positions in Legal Shield, which is Bronze Executive Director. I am the upline of Antonio Rivers, and I am the recruit of Robin Nazon and Timothy Ward. Many of you guys know I executive director out of Greenville, South Carolina. And right now we have some great things going on. I just partnered back up with the team. I had to take care of some business for the last couple of years, but now I'm back, and we're going to take it by storm. But let me tell you a little bit about myself just before we get into what this is actually about. My name is Adrian Townsend. I'm currently 25 years of age. My wife is 24. We have two beautiful kids, and one of them is 2. The second one name is Judah. His age is 4 months, and as you see, I can be busy, and they keep me busy. They keep me smiling, but I am blessed to have them. And we got started in network marketing back in 2009, and we started with Legal Shield, all from an exposure of a young lady who asked me a simple question. She said, "Hey, would you like to have additional income?" And a lot of you guys may not know my story, but I was shot 6 times back in 2009. and I couldn't do any physical work. I couldn't go back out to school because currently I was actually going to South Carolina State University, and a young lady asked me, handed me a DVD, and I looked at that DVD and I said, well, let's run with it. You know, the first month I made additional $1,200, and I recruited a couple of my friends and family members, and all I simply did was pass out DVDs. And in 18 months, my wife and I have been recognized as a bronze executive director at the age of 21 years of age. Have been blessed to stand a crowd of 15,000 people to tell us to share our testimony. And I'm not sharing that to brag, but I want to get it clear of who I am and what our plans is for the next 90 days and what we're trying to do here, or what we will do, I should say. Okay, so that's enough about myself. You guys know who I am. And this road to ED, a lot of us are on this, and we want to really make this thing work, right? We want to make Legal Shield work. And I'm going to kind of tell you a story of how we made bronze executive director, and actually less than 8 months, and myself 18 months. Guys, what we simply did is we got excited. We went to all the events. We went to every PBR that the team was having, and we did culture building activities. And we want to really just reemphasize these things that led us to the success back in 2010, and we want to restart that. We want to get that back going. And I know most of you guys have goals and dreams and ambitions, and most of you guys have some type of idea of what you want Legal Shield to do, but let's get back to the basics. The purpose of this webinar, family, is to reestablish our reason why we're in Legal Shield. Okay, the reason why we're in Legal Shield, I can tell you mine, is simply because, you know, my mother right now, her health is deteriorating, which simply means that I need to help pay her bills. She can't work any longer, so I need that extra income to take care of her bills. That's one of my reasons why, I should say. And so that's what's going to motivate me to get out here and really share this information with families and friends and people that I love. And your reason why might be something totally different, but let's get back to the basics. If you got a sheet of paper, I want you to write down reason why. Why am I actually doing this? A lot of people thinking, you know, hey, I got to be a Legal Shield, a guy for the rest of my life if I join this business. That's incorrect, family. I use Legal Shield as a vehicle to get me from point A to point B, but the funny thing is I can get there a lot quicker with Legal Shield. Reason why I say that, I have a gentleman, but a mentor of mine that's 25 years of age. He currently makes over close to $700,000 at the age of 25. He started off with network marketing, okay, in a particular company I won't name. And he utilized that money to now own several businesses, local businesses that you might know of, like Waffle House. He now owns tons of real estate, condos, and homes across the United States. And now he's just financially free, you know, at the age of 25. And I say that to say this is that, you know, your reason why made just to get that extra income to fulfill your dreams, to fulfill your ambitions, to have more time with your family members, to do the things that you want to do when you want to do it, with whom you want to do it with, right? Most of us don't like working jobs, okay? We work jobs that require us to be in these things for at least 10 to 12 hours a day. And that's 10 to 12 hours that's away from our kids, our loved ones, our wives, our husbands. And we can be doing things much more important, you know? So we want to get back to that basics, okay? What is it going to take for us to fulfill our goal in Legal Shield? It's going to take family commitment. It's going to take ambition. It's going to take finding out what we have to do to take it to the next level. Guys, I have the formula, all right? This is the formula that took us to ED in 18 months, all right? Number one, I want you to write this down. We have to set goals. We have to set a personal goal. And after we set a personal goal, we have to find an accountability partner that's going to hold us accountable to whatever goal we have. See, I'm not going to sit here and then fool you guys and think, okay, hey, your goal is this. I want you to set that goal, and I want you to get back with your direct upline and find out what that goal is. All right, your goal may be just to sell 5 memberships a month. Okay, your goal may be just to recruit 1 person a month. Whatever that goal may be, we just need you guys to commit to something so we can get this thing together so we can help other people. Okay, all right. So once we set that personal goal, then here comes the team goal. Like our team goal is to hit executive director in 90 days. Guys, right now to January, we have the opportunity to set many of you free. What does executive director means, family? Okay, when we hit executive director back in 2010, guys, when I say you hear these presentations of how the money is so great, guys, when I'm telling you, when I was 21, when I started this business and we hit executive director, we was getting deposits of $500 at one time, $400 at the next day, $700, $1,000 the next day, totaling about $6,000 to $7,000 on a part-time basis. And the only thing we did, guys, is go to a meeting for 1 hour a day, for about 2 hours a day, 1 day a week. And we just sat and have lunch with our friends and family members. And we was getting paid to do get paid to share this membership. Guys, if that's a dream that you want to have, that financial freedom, this is the way to go. It's very simple, but it's going to take commitment. Once you set those personal goals, the team goal now is to hit executive director, but we need you. Okay, we need you to set that goal and get back with us and let us know what you can contribute to this organization. Currently, we've barely hit Power 20. Okay, meaning that Miss Robin is on hit Power 20. We should be doing a lot better than that, because a lot of you guys are monsters. When I say monsters, I'm talking about talent. Mr. Rivers and Mr. Green, Jamal King. A lot of these guys have been telling me that you guys have the potential to be an executive director organization right now. You guys have the potential to make an additional $2,000, $3,000 a month on a part-time, spare time basis, guys. But we have to get committed to the process. The system is what took us to that level. We just said we followed everything these guys told us at the briefing, at the trainings. We did everything we needed to do to make sure that we fulfill those obligations and the 10 core commitments. All right. So the first thing we need to reestablish, guys, is if you did not have a PBR in place or in position, please do so. The reason why we do PBRs, or I like to call them launch parties, is because what business did you know that just opened up that didn't have an initial launch party? What's the reason of a launch party? The launch party kind of solidifies you being in business, but also lets the community know what service you have to offer in that area. For instance, Moe's, I live right here in Somerville, and Moe's just opened up right there by Harris Teeter off Dorchester Road. They had a free lunch party, and they had free food for every person, only the people who had friends connected to the people who work there. And my wife and I just happened to be there to say, okay, come on, you can get free food and free drink. They launched that, and guys, the next week I went in there and it was explosive. It was at least 20 to 30 people at lunchtime in Moe's, because they let their community know that they were in business. And that's why we want to do it. A lot of us are reluctant to do it because we just simply don't want to face rejection. But I'm going to tell you what happened with us. We started off doing a PBR in Mr. Rivers' room, in his living room, and we pressed power and play. That was my first presentation, his first PBR. At first he didn't want to do it. So, he was reluctant to do it. He didn't really even want to put a suit on at this time. And I just did a short presentation. And I pressed power and play, and I answered any questions. And guys, do you believe in the course of an hour, I helped Mr. Rivers close out 5 people, and he made about $500 to $600 in the course of an hour for work he didn't even put in. The only thing he simply did is introduce myself and help fill out the paperwork for his friends and family members to join. And guess what stemmed from that, guys? The purpose of doing that PBR was to set other PBRs, guys. Because we always hear that meetings grow your business, they add to it, but PBRs multiply your business. Guys, from those 5 people, what we did is we set and scheduled other PBRs. So now who had a PBR? Few people out there, 5 people. And it blew up from there. That's where you have Mr. Green, who came in the business and killed it with an incredible story, which is, I should say, he's one of the backbones of our team. So PBRs must go down in your business. It's either, if you don't feel comfortable with people in your home, guys, let's find a different way that we can expose and launch your business. Because seriously, if you have not had a PBR yet in your business, We can't guarantee that your business is going to grow to the level that you want, that you've been praying for. Also, PCCs, conference calls. A lot of us kind of discredit those things because it's a phone deal. But I'm going to tell you and be honest with you, PCCs are very effective because most people are busy. Most people have kids, so they can jump on a 10-minute call and really just get their questions answered right over the phone, and you can direct them right to your website. So let's get some PBRs scheduled in your calendar, PCCs scheduled in your calendar, so we can help you make the money that you need to make in order for you to take this serious. Okay. Also, I will be conducting webinars such as this, so that you can just simply send a link to your friends and family members on Facebook or on Twitter or YouTube or Instagram, whatever you want to do. And I'm going to be doing or conducting a presentation such as this for your people. Now, that time I need to get with the team to find out what's best for you guys. I want to be a servant. Okay, I came to this organization to serve you. To make it very simple for you guys to duplicate yourself, to make an additional income for you and your household. Okay. Also, events, guys. I'm telling you, when we hit executive director, guys, we went to at least the minimum, bare minimum of one weekly meeting a week. The reason why we went to a weekly meeting a week was simply because of the culture. Okay. Sometimes we didn't have a guest. Sometimes we had 5, 6, 7 guests. But the times that we didn't have a guest, and I know some of you don't really want to come if you don't have a guest, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I had 3 people from last night told me that they was gonna come to the briefing and they wasn't able to make it due to some costs, due to some vehicle issues, right? But I still came because I understood if I get inside the culture of the environment of success, then I'm that much closer to earning 6 figures in this business. What else am I going to be doing that's going to help me make 6 figures on Tuesday evening? Guys, you know, when I got in that environment, when I first started, guys, I felt better when I left that meeting. And guys, when we surround ourselves with positive individuals and progressive thinkers, guys, the 5 people that you hang out with will determine the income that you will generate. You always hear that the income follows your personal growth. Guys, what's the way to grow? You can grow, or you can determine a person's growth or where a person's mindset is by who he hangs around or who she hangs around, what they read, and what they listen to. If you can ask those questions to any person that you know, who they hang around, what they listen to, what they look at, and what they hear, I guarantee you, you will be able to dictate where that mind is. Guys, I wanted to surround myself with millionaires. I wanted to become a millionaire. So guess what I did? I hung around, guys. I got nuggets. I got information. I got wisdom. I got a lot of information that put me so far ahead of the game to where when I started communicating with ethnic groups, when I started communicating with different organizations, I was so sharp that I didn't even knew I was that sharp until I went out there and applied what I learned from these weekly meetings. I learned the presentation by just simply coming to the weekly meeting, sitting on the front row, taking notes. That's how I learned the meeting. You know, I learned the presentation. You know, so if you are struggling with the presentation, guys, come to at least 1 meeting a week. Guys, that's part of the 10 core commitments. Commit to 52 weeks of you getting financially free. All right. A few other things, and we're going to go ahead and close. I'm going to open up a Q&A session right there on the top where you can text it in if you are on your phone, or if you're on your laptop or desktop. I can definitely answer any questions that you guys may have. But guys, just to kind of go over what we want to do is we want to take this team to the next level, guys. We have seen, or we have test drive what this business could do for us, guys. We're talking about average people like you and I could make this business happen, but we gotta come together as a team. We have to commit to the organization, guys. We're only looking for a few. Most of you who are on this video, you're not going to take this serious. We understand that, but excuse me, there will be one time that you would want to take this serious. And I always tell this story. I heard a gentleman tell a story about a fisherman who was out there fishing, and he was catching small fish, right? So another fisherman saw that he was just catching small fish, And the guy will say, okay, let me drive over and ask him why he's throwing all the big fish overboard. So the guy drives up to his boat. He says, hey man, Tom, why are you throwing out all the big fish but you're keeping the small fish? And the guy told him specifically, hey, I only have a small pan to fry on. So I don't have space or room enough. The more to that story, guys, is that we need to expand the way we think. If we want more, we have to open our arms for more. We have to be available for more. And in order for us to be available for more, guys, we have to make sacrifices. In order for us to get time, we have to sacrifice time. In order for us to make money, we have to sacrifice money, or we have to invest money, guys. I don't know any successful entrepreneur who hasn't invested their way to success. Okay? I'm telling you, unless they're a con artist. Besides that, if you're a true entrepreneur, you have invested in yourself or in a business or anything that's generating you income. I guarantee you made an investment. Guys, make an investment in yourself and come to these meetings. Make an investment in yourself by coming to these PBRs. Make an investment in yourself by scheduling these PBRs and these PCCs. I guarantee you, if we could just start off with you doing a PBR, scheduling a PBR for your organization, and it duplicates throughout your organization, guys, executive director, guys, is only 50 points, guys. That means if we can get 10 leaders to only do 5 memberships, that's an executive director organization on autopilot. You know what kind of income that is? That's $6,000 to $7,000 a month part-time, investing an hour a day into your business. So I wanted to really close it out by really telling people that big events. Okay, we got a big event coming up in Atlanta, Georgia, next Saturday. We're super excited because, guys, listen, this couldn't be the better time to join Legal Shield or to recommit to Legal Shield because of the new owner and the new training and the new structure for Platinum. Guys, let's commit to going to Atlanta, Georgia. Let me tell you about my first experience, and I'll close. My first week in Legal Shield, they told me I had to be in Atlanta, Georgia. I barely had the money to get started. But I was so convicted of me being broke. I was so tired of being broke. I said, listen, I'm going to make a sacrifice to go to Atlanta, Georgia. So I went to Atlanta, and I never saw anything like this in my life. I saw people of all colors, creeds, organizations, all different walks of life in this one arena. It was like 5,000 people in this area, in this arena, in this hotel. And I said, man, I never saw this before. Everybody's positive. Everybody's excited. Everybody wants to help each other. It blew my mind. When I got in there, by the time I got back, family, I made $1,200 in 3 weeks because of that big event. And when I went to that big event, guess what? When I recruited somebody, I told them the same exact thing. Listen, you need to be to this big event. And I messed around and met Mr. Rivers, and guess what? I begged him to come to this big event, this super regional. He went to the regional with me, and he came back a changed person. Guess what, guys? He came and brought his team to Dallas, Texas with us. In a course of him starting and it being 6 months to 8 months, he hit executive director, but it all started with one big event. It could be one nugget, one sentence, meeting one person, networking with the right individual that can change your life. You might be one person away from freedom. You might be one phone call away from financial freedom. But we got to be willing to do more, family. So I wanted to really, I want you to really get back with your upline to really find a way to get to Atlanta, Georgia. All right, if you're in the South Carolina area, North Carolina area, let's carpool. Because what we used to do is we used to rent a van and we all pitched in. It was like 20 to 50 bucks a person. And we used to all get in one hotel, however you guys want to divide it up. And we used to split the cost, which was like 20 bucks. So that's 70 bucks. Registration. We're looking at the investment of yourself Getting to financial freedom is less than $100 to get to Atlanta and back. And I guarantee you'll be a different person. And if you decide to be successful, you will be successful. So this your boy, Mr. Adrian Townsend. You will be hearing more of myself and Mr. Rivers and Mr. Green. We got some great things going. Guys, get back with the person, get back with your direct upline so we can schedule these PBRs and PCCs and webinars so we can help you be successful. We out.